Hi everyone, today I'm doing a new pen video. It's going to be one rollerball pen, the brand new. It like sold out like bam, bam, bam immediately at every single retailer that offered it. The limited edition, extremely limited edition of only 689 pieces, retro 51 Lucky Cat beckoning cat rollerball. I just absolutely could not resist this. I also got two inks along with it to qualify for free shipping. I got it from Pen Boutique, and I technically got two fountain pens from Goulet. They're more of their awesome drinks themed BENU Euphoria exclusives, but I'm only going to be opening one of them. The second one is going to be saved as a future present to myself to look forward to after I finish a radical rewrite almost totally from scratch that's been on hiatus for a while. So let's just start opening them. Oh, and I also got two A5 Clairefontaine notebooks, which I've memorized the main sizes I would be interested in. A5 is a bit over 5.5 by 8.5. I can memorize like what like A5, A4, B5, whatever means, like translates to, but I just can't make myself think outside of like the inches trim sizes because, you know, a publishing industry writer. But anyway, let's just opening the rollerball. This is from Pen Boutique. They always put the nice stuff to, you know, cushion it. They put the inks in a little thing right here. They're a little bit chilly. I'm going to be doing writing samples with them. Oh, that's so nice. They got me candy. This is Jolly Rancher, and I do believe, yeah, Jolly Rancher is kosher. This is green apple, and the other one is, it's some kind of purple. It's grape. This is really cool. I'm gonna, you know, pull it out in the next segment. And of course the main event is the rollerball. Isn't this so freaking awesome? I totally could not resist this. If you know, you see behind me, and I've had other pen rests like in videos prior. I love beckoning cats. I love cats in general. I have a whole bunch of, you know, cat shorts. I'm going to just take the plastic off so there's not going to be so much glare on the screen. You know, like red and yellow are lucky colors. And of course, I know that's kind of, some people might say, a cultural appropriation, whatever, just mixing up like Chinese and Japanese, because, you know, the beckoning cat is very much Japanese and the Lunar New Year is Chinese, although until I think it was like late 19th century, maybe early 20th, I don't know off the top of my head, but Japanese did used to celebrate the Lunar New Year. Maybe they like still do in some capacity, but like definitely the Chinese and Vietnamese is what like most people associate the Lunar New Year with them in the modern era. But, you know, in the lucky colors like red and yellow being Chinese, and the like, but I know it's a nice blend of the two cultures is what I'm trying to say. This is totally unscripted, like the lunar Chinese New Year along with the Japanese beckoning cat. This is so awesome, and I'll just, you know, pull up the description to read. And of course, I've been forgetting that, like a stooge that I am, and my recent pen videos with like limited editions, to check for the number of the limited edition and read it off while I'm doing the video. It just like totally slips my mind, and I just love all the symbols on this. This is just, you know, so freaking cool. And here's the pen. It's a little bit chilly because it was sitting outside for a while. Yeah, just don't have to cut it open. Yeah, this is very chilly, but thankfully not quite below freezing. I'll, you know, put down the computer screen so you guys can see it better. Sorry for the huge mess in front of me. Yeah, this is really pretty. It's more of a like a darker cadmium yellow in person. It's looking more like a bright sunshiny yellow, but when I open up the curtain, when I, you know, don't have to worry about showing like other people's houses on camera, maybe you guys can see it better in the natural light. But this is just so really pretty, and that's at the top of the finial. Let's see what the number is. This is 633 out of 689. So I saw them, I believe, and got emails from maybe like 7, 8 or so pen retailers, and so like 689, do the math, that means like every retailer probably had fewer than 100 pieces. So like, you know, no wonder they were selling out within like hours of like going up. People just leapt on that. And I'll just do the writing sample and open up the inks, and then of course I will like show you guys the notebooks. I don't know which two designs I got. It's, you know, a mystery. You know, you see the like options they have in that particular series of notebooks, but you don't get to choose which particular ones you get. These are the two inks which I got: Fireopal from their Gemstones line and Mulberry Noir from, I don't know if this is a particular line or not. Where did the card go? I just put it off to the side. Oh, it disappeared under this thing right here. I don't know if this is like one of their collections or not, or just, I think it's a Noir line. I don't know. So yeah, it is a Noir line. They like show all the different other options inside of the card, and this is just the one for Fireopal. I've really liked Monteverde inks, which I have been using thus far to date, and of course this is a really nice personal touch. Pen Boutique thinks you are just right. We appreciate you supporting our small business packed with love and care, Carla. And I just love the cute little animals. And these are the BENU pens. The one on the bottom is one which I'm going to be saving for later to look forward to as a gift to myself. But the one on the top, the Confetti Milkshake, is the one which I am going to be opening up today. And oh, they always include a cute little sticker with their order. And again, I really don't like getting like political on this channel unless it's like directly relevant to what I'm discussing. But again, if you don't like the fact that I've chosen to, use money to support Goulet instead of obediently believing that the flaming pitchfork wielding mob and kangaroo court on Reddit, who has not yet, by the way, produced a single shred of actual documented firsthand evidence the Goulets are guilty of all these things they're accused of in absentia, guilt by association. Oh well, feel free to unsubscribe from me. I just don't go along with groupthink echo chambers, and Reddit does not reflect real life. Most people outside of the Reddit pen community echo chamber, they don't think like that at all. If you tell them these same things, they're going to say why would you think they're guilty of these things? There's zero evidence, whatever. But that's why I'm politically homeless for many reasons. And they always give a cute little Tootsie Pop with the order. This one is a strawberry kiwi. That's going to be fun. And of course they always give this little thing instruction card and thanking me. I'm not going to show that one on camera. That's the receipt. These are the two notebooks at the bottom. Hopefully the receipt, I'm going to just turn that over so there's no risk of that showing on camera. Pull this up, out. Okay, so that's nice. A nice neutral, kind of earth tony palette, the greenish tones and the more muted of a green tone in the orange and yellow. I'm blanking on the names of the colors. And yeah, this is a much smaller notebook than I'm used to, but this won't be used for necessarily a journal or writing a rough draft, just quotes or little things to jot down here and there. This is going to be a very new, different experience for me, because my preference has always been for 8.5 by 11.5, 8 by 11, which I've discovered memorized is the A4 size notebook. But sometimes you might need or want something that's a little bit smaller, so you can take it on the go or just jot down things. Or maybe if you do like journaling with this, you're the opposite of me. You like running through a journal quicker. You don't want to feel oh, you're bonding with the journal with it, because it's so big. You can keep journaling and journaling for a year and a half, 2 years or more or whatever like that. And this is the second one. That's very nice. A blue is my second favorite color, and the contrast of blue and white. And that's again on the color. This on the back cover, does it say how many pages? This is 148 pages, 74 sheets. Again, that's much smaller than I usually use, but it's good to try new things, step outside of your comfort zone. And this looks like it's, I don't know, wide ruled might not be the right term for it, but slightly below the normal standard wide ruled, but obviously it's not quite college ruled either. And so now I'm just going to do some writing samples. I almost forgot to, before I started with the writing samples, to unbox the pen on camera and to show my expression when I see it for the very first time. Of course, all of the BENU pens are each a little bit different. I know some people, they haven't liked the Confetti Milkshake. They got and sent it back for another because, for example, I could totally understand this. They felt like there weren't enough sprinkles in it. It was too much just solid white, or the sprinkles were facing the direction on the opposite side of the pen from where they're writing, unless they want to do reverse writing. And I did get both of these pens in fine. The other Euphorias, well, most of the Euphorias, I have their medium, and I just felt maybe try something a little bit different, go back to doing some fine pens, particularly because the current journal I'm using from Peter Popper Press, it's been kind of disappointing. I think it's getting a little better now. Maybe the earlier paper stock in that particular notebook just was a little bit more absorbent, and I was finding like my mediums were a lot, ghosting and even a little bit of, bleeding through. So, maybe fines will rectify that problem, but I will continue to enjoy the mediums I do have because they are really good at, showing off inks with like special properties like, shimmer and sheening and just like reflecting, colors like to their fullest extent. So let's just pull it out. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even holding it up to the camera. There you can, kind of see, there's like green sprinkles, and I'm still not holding it up. I'm not used to where the camera is, and like right up here at the finial, and you can see at the end, and there's like a pink little band, and then there's green and blue. It'll look better when I like pull the camera down again. So now you can finally get a better, more accurate look at the pen. It looks, I don't know if this is like a design flaw or just like the way this particular pen came out. It just looks like it wasn't like totally smoothed in this area. It's a little, I don't know, like chunky isn't the right word, just like not like filled in completely, kind of like smushed when they were like putting the plastic or the resin, whatever, over the material they were using, and it's like at the top too. This is like a very like different thing, or maybe this is how other pens in this like confetti milkshake thing look, and it just wasn't like picking up when I watched the videos and saw different photos. So that's, but of course, every pen is unique. They have, the sprinkles throughout. Some people have like a huge chunk of sprinkles. Some have, barely any sprinkles, and there's, the different colors. I wanted to try something a little bit new, and particularly because, it's a white pen, but not like boring white. It just has, little splashes of other colors like sprinkled throughout. And it's too bad, unfortunately, I missed out on the cookies and cream milkshake, which was also a BENU Euphoria drinks themed exclusive from Goulet. But hopefully maybe they'll like bring it back at some point. But I felt like, why not like get these pens, the exclusives I want, before they risk selling out, particularly because all of these are like reorders. They sold out the first time. Maybe they won't have a third order of pens. First up, I'm going to be doing the writing sample with Confetti Milkshake, and I only dipped all of these pens into the bottles. I did not, fill them at all, and I will be using Strawberry Shortcake from Monteverde's Sweet Life. I've used that only with a dip pen prior, and I'm really looking forward to like using it for an actual writing session with a pen. So, and this again is a fine nib. Is that, bring in closer. I'm still hoping to get an overhead tripod so I start looking a bit more, professional. Is that in? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's coming out. It's a very nice shade of red. I thought this, kind of like pinky reddish color, even a little bit of orangey, and it would go like really well with all the different sprinkles. There are so many different colors that could be, paired with this, pink, red, green, there's a blue, orange, like even like brown and like yellow, anything else. There's even a little bit of a purple in here, and like I said, I said green. There's just like so many really interesting colors, and I think, this like smushed look, not, completely filling in, that's kind of makes it, charming, unique, not necessarily a defect. It's just how this, particular pen came together. So this is Confetti Milkshake. Yeah, the fine writes really well in the Euphoria. I have the fine and the Bloody Mary, but all the other ones to date I had gotten in medium. I just felt, as I was aforementioning, I felt it would be better to like show off inks with special properties, but sometimes you have to get, well, fines have their own purpose, and I've liked them, very much in the past. They were my favorite size for a very long time, but sometimes if you're using paper that's not so fountain pen friendly, or you just got to like maybe a bad batch, or some of the pages in a particular notebook aren't writing very well with like mediums, sometimes you have to like switch it up, and you don't always necessarily need to see, oh, shimmery and like sheeny and like, oh, much darker pink. Sometimes you just want basic colors that show up well, like regardless of the nib size. The Confetti Milkshake Euphoria Goulet exclusive. Yeah, Handwriting Day is coming up. I don't know if it's like National Handwriting Day or International, just called Handwriting Day on January 23rd, and I will be doing another ambidextrous writing demo with that, with ballpoints, roller balls, and fountain pens. Euphoria Goulet exclusive. I'm really enjoying the strawberry shortcake. This is a great color, and it goes so well with the pen. So many different colors I can match with it, and it's, who doesn't love, milkshakes? It's a fine. And this is Monteverde Sweet Life Strawberry Shortcake. Monteverde Sweet Life Strawberry Shortcake. Sweet Life Strawberry Shortcake. I hate seeing, like use blank spaces on pages. I try to write to the end or close enough to the line as much as I can. I know that's like a pedantic, like nitpicky, like OCD thing, but I can't help how my brain is wired. It just feels wrong to me to see like huge gaps in the writing and like towards the end of the line. Really. Yeah, I have all the Sweet Life inks so far, and I haven't used all of them yet, but I just, like, besides, dip pens and stuff, but this is, like, I'm really happy I got the inks, even if I had to get them separately, and some were, BOGO deals and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's really a lovely color of ink. Really, really pretty. It definitely, like, reminds me of, like, strawberry shortcake. It doesn't look so good in this particular light, maybe, like, holding it up, that's a little bit better. It's a great color. I'm trying to say it doesn't really reflect quite so accurately on camera. It's like a lighter, happier red. I'm not sure like quite what's going on, but trust me, it looks like much different in person. Now I will be doing the tiger's eye, the Fireopal and the Mulberry Noir. And as aforementioned, this is a BENU Talisman tiger's eye. This looks like closer to a fine than a medium, but sometimes their sizes do seem to be consistent, but like Euphoria's fine versus like Talisman fine versus like the Minima, or like what's their, I haven't used their like Briolette or their Scepter pens yet, or they're like new, and I have 3 of their Astro Gems, and I haven't used like the Daily Mate yet, which is a brand new one, and the like BENU mini, but sometimes like what is a fine in one line, it's like much thinner in the different, or what's a pretty thick medium approaching broad in the Euphorias looks like closer to a fine here in the Talisman, unless someone made a mistake. So this is this is a really nice, it does look like Fireopal, kind of like an orangey red Monteverde Fireopal. They write it as one word, Gemstone Collection. I already wrote that's the medium, no need to do that. That's really a lovely color. I love this pen. This was one of the pens I got myself for my birthday. I just could not resist this like beautiful like orangey brown and the gold and the black. I'm happy I have some more brown pens in my collection now. Now finally, this is Leonardo Memento Zero Run Goulet, which was a pen boutique exclusive, the first I ever got from them. This is a fine, and this has the Mulberry Noir in it. I love purple so much. My absolute favorite color. Let's see, that's in the Noir collection. This is Leonardo Memento Zero. It's writing a little bit, I don't know, I got some on the tip, but this is definitely looks more like a stub than a fine. There it goes. I guess there was just a little extra runoff, but that makes the writing look unique. Memento Zero. I'm really loving this beautiful shade of purple already. I don't know how many purples I have in my collection so far. I might have, like 5 or 6. I don't want to go overboard, like after a certain point, no offense to like people who like those inks or the ink manufacturers and such, but once you have like enough purples, they all basically start kind of to look like too similar. Like there's slight variations, but after a certain point, like, do I really need yet another purple. Like I have like 6 already. Why do I need 10 or 15? Just because others are just slightly different. This is Goulet. This is one of my absolute favorite pens. It might even be my number 1 favorite pen. Pen Boutique exclusive. I mean, I have already, owned these pens for quite some time. I'm just, writing their names again for the purpose of a writing sample and getting more ink out. Monteverde Noir collection. Mulberry Noir. I know my handwriting does look a little bit different from each hand, but I do take pride in it, like trying to look, pretty and professional and unique from their noir collection. I mean, no offense to other people, but some of the fountain pen like videos I've watched, their handwriting. I mean, if I think mine looks a little shaky or like messy or not the prettiest, sometimes like theirs just looks like wow, like kind of like chicken scratching. Or I don't want to insult people, but I'm just saying it definitely. It's not the prettiest handwriting at all, and it's even kind of hard to decipher. Not obviously not gonna name names. I can sometimes you get used to the way you do your handwriting, and it's like hard to change after so many years. This is a great purple. It's already one of my favorites. So awesome. My eyes are getting really wide in excitement and happiness at seeing the way it looks, even though that's not on camera. So yeah, these are really great inks. The 2 new ones I got just to qualify for the free shipping. And last but not least, I will be doing the writing sample. Well, not that there's going to be much like surprise there. Like a black rollerball ink with a lucky cat. There. I love the Retro 51 rollerballs. They're just so awesome. So many unique designs. These are in the Tornado Popper collection. Retro 51 Tornado Popper. Lucky cat. It's just like so nice and beautiful and thick. It almost feels like writing with a fountain pen. And I have not yet tried their like refills. They also have blue, red, green, and purple. I should totally get those when I like run out of the black and my current rollerballs. But it kind of feels almost right that rollerball ink is and ballpoint ink is black, because sometimes you just want to look like professional, or it feels like I'm just so used to like writing with black ink and those types of pens. It would just like feel a little bit weird, like familiarity, like history, nostalgia. Lucky cat. And I have 633 out of 689. 33 out of 689. And I'll just quick pull up the description if it's still around and read it. Welcome the new year with prosperity and good luck with Retro 51's first limited edition design of 2025, the Lucky Cat Rollerball. Inspired by the iconic Maneki Neko, also known as the Lucky Cat, this design features the charming Calico holding a gold coin surrounded by cat-shaped Daruma dolls. The Chinese character on the coin, they replicate the characters, or Da Ji, hopefully that's the correct pronunciation, translates to lots of good luck or good fortune. This limited edition of 689 rollerballs starts off the new year with its vibrant illustration, complete with red lacquer accents, making it a must-have design for 2025. It's believed Maneki Neko will bring you prosperity and luck, but with this tornado, years of joy. How lucky will you get this golden year? And they just like talk about the specifications. Thank you very much for watching all the way through to the end, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.